Human life is unsustainable without energy. Where that energy comes from, however, has changed dramatically throughout our history. And the introduction of global transportation and communication means we now rely on more than just the sun to grow our food and keep us warm. Today we're going to take a closer look at how these large-scale changes are constantly happening all around us, and how their very nature means sometimes not knowing what comes next. Once upon a time, we humans, like all other animals, got our energy exclusively from the sun. 200,000 years ago, we foraged for nuts and berries that were made through the process of photosynthesis, or we ate other animals that survived on plants grown by the sun. Then, 12,000 years ago, we found that rather than foraging for food, we could grow it ourselves in the form of grains or raise it as livestock. Even so, all the carbon dioxide that humans and other animals exhaled was absorbed by plants and given back to us as oxygen, and the world's energy consumption was in relative balance. Over the last few hundred years, however, everything has changed. Human populations expanded, food needs increased, and with that, more efficient ways of planting and harvesting were required. In the 1800s, we invented the internal combustion engine. Powered by fossil fuels, it meant one tractor could now do the work of several horses. It also meant that we were beginning to replace the sun as our energy source. Fast forward to today, and we find that roughly 80% of the world's energy is coming from these fossil fuels. The natural carbon cycle has become interrupted, and the resulting accumulation of CO2 is transforming our planet. To combat this, we must change again, and we are now looking for new ways to use the sun's energy. One solution could be using plants to make biofuel. Put simply, that means extracting waste material from the crops we grow for food and using it to make fuel for cars, planes, and even the tractors we use to harvest our food. Meaning one day a farmer could use the waste product of last year's harvest to plant their crops, creating a cycle that mirrors the one that governed the earth 12,000 years ago. So as you go about your day, be conscious of the energy that supports you, whether driving to work, heating or cooling your home, or using your modern conveniences. And be mindful of the part you play in the natural cycles around you, and the role you might play in the change that comes next.